Go! We'll wait for you. We'll wait to see it. I'll wait for you. Yo. Like to your right. Look over here. Yeah. Yeah, Dyson broke his collarbone. I think he's fucked off. I'm not too sure. Oh, yeah, here. Yeah, well, I'm just waiting for Deacon. He's just getting chips. But then I'm walking with you. I thought you would have like left if they, because they left. I was thinking that. So yeah, I'm about to walk over now. Oh, here. So easy. I'll see you too.
I love the best photos. I was like, thanks. That was lovely on my holiday.
Down to it. I've been waiting for you. People have been complaining. Oh. Well, you're supposed to, but we're told when ending, you guys can come and get the radio off me or we'll bring it to you. Have you got somewhere to plug it in?
We're just getting because mate, we'll do the old just keep today online. Yeah.
for their 50-year celebrations tonight.
Darley kick to the back of Smash end in this third term. Play underway. It's that one by Jones at ground level. Chapman over the footy. Just went to the voice. Well, it was only as a party there. Clean bowl Baker. Fell into the hands of as a party. Got it to Brett Bewley. Back to Baker with an early touch to the attacking 50. Gardner in front. Good use of the body there by Jake Thornton. Gielan kept his feet. Ball at ground level. Whistle imminent. Umpire will come in and ball it up 40 metres out from the Darley goal. So Darley booted 6 goals to Melton's house 4 in that second term. After a 1 goal apiece opening term. It's the Devils who lead by 14. Tap one by Jones. Lloyd just dropped the footy. Then Chapman's kick was smothered. Joel Cadman did the sharking, kicked it towards the goal square for the Devils, and it went off hands and through for a minor score. So still goalless at the moment. Nick Rodder, he's had a couple of pings at goal for no major.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of clean entries into the forward line that's seen him be able to get on that lead, but hopefully that might happen in the second half for him.
A couple of more experienced players combined through Lloyd and Wyatt, but there's a turnover opportunity here, and there'll be a trip. The free kick's going to go to Baker. Land wanted the advantage, but the umpire quite happy to bring it back as Land missed the target, and it'll be Baker on half forward.
He's had his share of the footy today too, Todd. Luther Baker, always a very consistent player and has been a very prominent player for Darley now for quite a few seasons in the Ballarat League. And, he's very fit, looks after himself, and very consistent player for the Devils, Luther.
So he'll go to Cadman. Overcooks the kick at the back lead. Couldn't take the mark. Doing the sharking there was Spiteri. He might have caught one over. The umpire said no from Notman. And the umpire will come in and pull it up. 35 metres out from the Darley goal. So it'll be Jones and Tanner. Jones won the tap. Was a bit hot for Lloyd. Bewley tried to break the tackle and Chapman's been pinged. But the umpire says held to him. So 50-50 ball ends up into the hands of the umpire. So a stoppage. There'll be a ball up. Tanner. Jones at the fall. Won the tap, just knocked it to ground level. It gets hacked towards half back. Clever spoil on the football, went boundary side, but only as far as a party. Forced to go by hand, put Land under the pump. Chapman went the tackle, the shooter went by hand. Got it to Will Thornton, Gielan, hot footy to Bass Shooter. Tackle, taken to the ground by Bailey Young. Umpire put the whistle in the mouth, gave the decision, but forgot to blow the whistle. And now he says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up out of side centre wing.
Yeah, I thought that might have been a free kick there. But, got away with that one.
Ball up. Tanner won the tap, Land ground level, hurried kick, got it to half forward, good attack on the football from Geddes, got rewarded for that. His right foot kick went overcooked Wyatt. Doing well there was Bailey Young. Been good today. Right foot kick to half forward. Cadman, so too he. Been good. Joel Cadman I speak of. Wheels onto the right boot. Goes to the top of the square. Jack Bewley one out. Sets himself and a terrific mark taken to the back by
Sam Hurst.
Sam Hurst there. The number 21 will go short and lateral to Thornton Gielan. Sold the candy. Want to watch it? How about that for a kick? Pinpoint. Didn't go higher than 9 feet off the ground. Terrific play there from the Devils, but they were out there, the Panthers, and Chapman was off, and Baker had beautifully tackled him in free kick.
Just no awareness there from Chapman, unfortunately, and Luther Baker made him pay for it.
So Baker goes to the top of the square, so Hurst comes out, couldn't hang on to the mark, but his second up work was terrific. Goes for the outside of the right boot. When Kavarik led in the race for the ball, gathered it, taken to the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up. 45 metres out from the Darley goal.
There's a very good clearing kick there from Thornton Gielan and got Chapman in the right place. And if they had been able to overlap and get that out of it, anything could have happened coming out of that defensive 50.
So Darley with the opening minutes forward of centre. Still yet to hit the scoreboard on the major front there, 7-8-50 in this third term. They lead Melton South 5-5-35, a 15-point lead to the Devils. Boundary throw in, half forward. Jones in front. Tanner works his way to the front. Jones still won the tap. Eluded Brett Bewley, fell in the hands of Chapman. He went for the non-preferred. How will it sit here? Tackled, good pressure there from Cousins. Just stole the footy and won the free kick.
He's had a quiet day today, Wyatt. Probably need a bit more out of him in the second half. One of the leaders in the team.
So Cousins will get onto that preferred left foot, kick to the attacking 50. Tanner's got 2 to beat. Big fella was up for it. He's taken a mark, the pencil. Told to play on by the umpire. Just kicks it across the body. This will fade, but Gardner had to be stronger over that contest. As Spiteri kept Notman off Gardner there, but conceded the free kick for a block. Gardner needed to be stronger overhead there. As Notman goes with the right boot, White. Bit unlucky not to get a free kick there as he goes to ground. Bailey Young contesting there with him, but the umpire says, I'll have it. And there'll be a ball up 60 metres out from the Darley goal.
Interesting when the ball's coming out of the defensive 50, Todd, the move is always to look laterally, never up the ground. So, you know, it's a wide ground, Darley. There's opportunity to go up the centre from the defensive 50.
Lloyd came charging out of that congestion. Overhead mark there from Cousins was terrific, showed plenty of courage. And well beyond his years. You won't see this guy at Darley next year. VFL. He'll be going there for sure. There's the kick inside 50, ball at ground level, Notman through traffic, found Lloyd. Had a bit of it in this third term. Hurry, right foot clearing kick. That man again, Cousins, keeps the kick low. Spateri's got it, 50 metres out from goal. Plays on to Baker. Kicks it into the man on the mark there in Chapman. But his follow-up work was terrific there, Baker, to square away the stoppage on Notman, and there'll be a ball up 51 metres out from the Darley goal. So been playing 6 minutes, all in Darley's half in this third term, and they've only kicked a point. Through congestion they go. I speak of Fino, high up and under kick, territory kick at that, and Leonard couldn't take the mark. Chance here for Vishuta. Look how open this forward line is. He kicks into the advantage of Will Thornton. Gillen leads into the race for the ball. Outside of the left boot, shot on goal. Is off to the right for a minor score.
Probably needed to make a bit more of that, Todd. Once again, a good fast 50 entry for Melton South there.
How open was that forward line? That's what the Devils are after, and
that's what happens when you take the ball through the middle of the ground and they're able to get out the back.
So Bailey Young, squaring kick, finds Darren Leonard on half back. Into the side today. Matthew Brett still a couple of weeks away. Kick finds Mitch Ward. Plays on. Got it to Brett Bewley. Doesn't get it his own way. Tackled. Umpire called play on. Lucky to get away with that Bewley. Chance here for Ward. Hand pass is smothered. Ball at ground level. Wide second effort. Okay. They're out here. Kavarik keeps the kick low. Just overcooked it. Commitment on the football there was good. Chance here for Baker. Quick hands okay. Got it to Cousins. And overcooked the kick. Foot race on in earnest here. Land. That's against Geddes. Just outdid him there, Land, with a... Told he ran too far. Oh, by a measuring tape umpire. Terrible decision. So Geddes ends up... I'll just be happy you got the football as they go with the right boot. Geddes to half forward. The mark's been taken there by Sullivan. Sullivan with ball in hand. Just inside the boundary line. Onto the left boot. Just a high up and under kick. Casley, the target of the back, couldn't take the mark. Lahouray in front. Chance here for Chapman with speed, poise. Outside of the right boot. Oh, off to the right. Minor score.
He's a dangerous man around the goals, Cody Chapman. He's got great foot speed and good awareness, and sometimes if he gets those opportunities, he'll make them count.
His run and carry's terrific, but the Devils have got weight of numbers here out of defence through Bailey Young. They play on. Hand pass inboard was poor, but got it to Lawler on the bounce. Looping hand pass was made look better there by Young, who feeded the ball over the top towards Page. Ran away from the contest. Right foot kick towards Rodder. Comes out, takes a nice overhead mark. Been quiet today, the big fella. Plays on. Right foot kick in the Cadman direction. Sets himself. Lee goes to spoil. Chance here for Fuller. Knocks it to the advantage. But his intent was right. Just trying to keep it alive, but Kavarik saw it through for a rush behind. He wastes no time. Brings ball back into play. Comes broadcast side. Mark taken there by Sullivan. Left foot kick over the top's okay towards Jones. Inside the boundary line. On half back. Goes along the line. Short kick's fine. Towards Sullivan. Lowers the eyes. Kicks okay to Lloyd. Kept running. Can take a bounce. Ran away from Tanner. Right foot kick's good. Found White on the lead. In front of Young. Normally good by foot. This one looks okay too. The spoil from Page on Fino was terrific. To the safety of the boundary line. And there'll be a boundary throw in 45 metres around from the Panthers goal.
Great closing speed there by Page to be able to... Thought he was out the back there, Mitch Fino, but great closing speed and great spoil by Page. Puts the ball over the boundary line.
Darley lead by 14 points. Boundary throw in. Panthers into attack. Kick out of the congestion there for Will Thornton Gillen. Another shot on goal, albeit a minor. So the Panthers, 5-8-38, trail Darley 7-9-51. This term reminiscent of a low-scoring opening quarter. Neither side have kicked a major in this quarter. How about that for a kick from, might have been Laird, who got plenty of it. Ball ended up into the hands of Page, who went to half forward to a 2-on-1. They got numbers here, the Panthers, through Lee. They can negotiate. Back to Lee. Chip, short right foot kicks okay. Might be Theo with ball in hand.
Yep.
So he plays on, runs his measure. Right foot kick, high up and under kick. Hope for more than anything else. Wide him to the side, couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. Sullivan does the sharking second effort okay. Tackled again. Ping, said the umpire. And a free kick to the Devils' defence. It'll be Cousins. Right foot kick, left foot kick went to Lant, went through his hands. Oh, about that sold everybody, including the commentary team. Kept running, gave it over to Joel Cadman. Back with the left hand. How will it sit here for the youngster there? Lawler's got time to measure the kick. And Rodder's got it. Just takes a nice diving mark. So it was good finish work there from Lawler. He's only in his fourth or fifth game of senior footy.
This is probably one of the few times that he's actually been able to get on the lead in front of Broden Collins and show his foot speed, Rodder. But, generally a lot of the entries have either been in high or in a contested situation. But you can see that when he gets a bit of space, he's got the foot speed enough to be able to be a good leading option.
So Rodder having his... shot on goal for his first of the afternoon. The Devils lead by 13. 11 and a half minutes gone. Leans back on the kick. Rodder, has he got the accuracy? Mitch Gardner likes it. Hands over the head. Clap, clap. He went. And the Devils, they get their 8. They're 8-9-57, Darley. They lead Melton South 5-8-38. It's back to a 19-point ball game.
Yeah, it's just been a matter of, in this quarter, the sides that are able to take advantage of their forward 50 entries, and there hasn't been a lot of clean forward 50 entries in this quarter. And you saw Rodder there was able to get to space and get on the lead a bit, and was hit up pretty well. So he's a good accurate kick for goal from a distance, and converted accordingly.
I've been impressed with the work of Bailey Young and Mace Cousins in this term. It just taking a bit of pressure off the Bewley and the Lant types. Chance here for Baker. Oh, that was good below the knees. Got it over towards Bewley. Gave the don't argue. Threw the ball onto the boot. High up and under kick. Players set themselves. There can be a mark here. They could have raffled at Cadman. And Rodder through traffic goes Gardner. Quick hands to Spiteri. Tackled. You want to be quick here. Took on more than he can chew. And the umpire's paid a free kick. It's going to go against Spiteri.
Jesse Geddes down there in the pocket on the ground by the looks of it.
Might have just got one in that aerial contest. So,
yet another Dylan Jones tap out of the centre and a Darley midfield clearance. Unfortunately, just need to capitalise on his good work.
Baker was terrific at the ankles just to be clean, to get the hands with all that momentum forward. It's not easy to do. Darley, who lead by 19, kicked the only goal of the quarter. We've been playing near 13 and a half minutes. There's the kick from Hurst, a half back. Thornton Gill at the back, Jones in front. How will it spill? Plays in from everywhere. Baker over the football, desperate. Spills free to Bibby. Quick hands was good to Sullivan. He's on his preferred left. He's looking for an option. He'll go lateral and wide to Chapman. He'll keep running. He's on member side centre wing. On his non-preferred. Waits the kick to the fat side of Thornton Gilling. A speak of will, but it misses him. Bounces end on in over the line for a boundary throw in 50 metres away from the Panthers' goal.
Just no one deep forward for him there, Brodie Sullivan. So that's why he had to go laterally. I mean, if he kicked it long, it would have been kicking into no man's land or kicking it to a Darley player. Just had no teammates forward of the footy there to be able to capitalise on him gathering possession there. 14
minutes gone. Third term. Darley 57. Melton South 38. Boundary throw in. Chance here for Fuller, who was tackled, taken to the ground there for the Devils. And the umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up 45 metres out from the Melton South goal. The Devils lead by 14 at the half. They lead by 19 now. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go Melton South's way, and it's going to go to Will Thornton Geelan.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's that free kick is there. Player's got a player in the mark. It looks like it might have been off the ball to Koverick. But from what I saw there with Thornton Geelan, both ruckmen have got to, have a adequate opportunity to be able to contest the ball, and he was shepherded out of that ruck contest there. But obviously the umpires picked up another free kick around the contest, so maybe Brett Bewley's let Koverick know that he's around.
Not a noted goal kicker, but he'll set sail for the judge. Will go off to the right through for a minor score. So A let off there for the Devils. 5-9-39 Melton South trail Darley 8-9-57. Now the Panthers not getting bang for buck for their weight of entry forward.
No, that's true. And this is where you've got to capitalise.
Kick in from defence was good to Leonard, who got it to Young. Bit of a searching kick, really got it towards Cousins. So the two youngsters combine. He goes by the left towards Joel Cadman. He can weigh up the options. He wants to go to the boundary side, but then back in board, overcooks the kick. Poor execution in the end, cut off by Reece Lee. Plays on, right foot kick into the middle of the ground to found Fino. Runs over to the middle, takes a bounce. Could have taken another one, but puts it out in front of Will Thornton-Gill, and how will it sit for him? It's another errant kick, gave him very little or no hope in reeling in the football before it found its way over the line for another boundary throw-in 40 metres around from the Panthers goal.
I'm surprised that football didn't go a bit forward earlier with Mitchy Fino there. Was, had space but had a player in front of him to be able to handball and run on as well, and deep kick to the pocket instead of being able to get a deep entry into the square. It's resulted in a boundary throw-in rather than a possible score conversion.
Boundary throw-in. Neither side could gain any ascendancy from that throw in. Umpire says I'll have it, and there'll be a ball up. So Darley 8-9-57 lead Melton South 5-9-39. Near 16 and a half minutes gone in this third term. Ballarat 51 lead East Point 40. Ball up. Ball at ground level. Going through there was Notman, which went without in the end as the ball gets hurried by, it was Fino in fact. Hurried kick gets towards half back for the Devils. But it's been cut off and it's going to go back in short. Cut off there by Baker. Let off there for the Devils. Just poor entry kick again from the Panthers. That kick from Baker found Lance. Sold the kid. He went with the left boot into the middle. Found Azzopardi. Weighed up the options. He's going to go, well, quite unnecessarily really to Bailey Young. I'm not sure how much better off they are out here. And he's going to stretch the ground towards Lawler, who takes a mark on the chest. Now, he'll go back inboard to Azzopardi, who takes the mark just where he was a moment ago. Got it to Baker from 48. Doesn't have a shot. Goes in the wrong direction. 2 to beat ball at ground level. Panthers have got numbers, and they'll get out of trouble through Gettys. Right foot kicks okay. And again, just the entry kick letting both sides down at the moment.
But he's well skilled enough, Luther Baker, that I thought he might actually had a shot for goal there rather than kicking the ball to Ronald. Like, he's a very good penetrating left foot kick, Luther, and I thought that might have been going through the sticks at one stage.
Not a noted goal kicker though, so he doesn't really take himself on to get it done on the goal front as the Panthers go to half forward. Good use of the body there by Thornton-Gill, and speaking of Willen again, just out of space, out of the line, boundary throw-in 40 metres around from the Panthers goal. So a bit of an arm wrestle of sorts going on here. 18 minutes gone third term. Darley with the only goal of this third quarter. They lead by 18 points. Panthers in attack. Next goal, all important. It can get it back to a 12-point ball game, or the Devils can go to a 4-goal lead. Lance out of the congestion. Tackled. Lucky to get away with that. Going through traffic. Here's his second effort. Tackled back. Got it to Brett. Bewley gave it to Cousins. So the three lefties combined. Through traffic, got it to Azzopardi. Back into the middle of the ground. The hand pass was good in the end. Got it towards Baker, who got it to Lant. Left foot kick. It's going to let everybody down, and it's going to be Collins, who takes an uncontested mark for the Panthers. Goes short to Wild on the defensive 50. Goes on to the non-preferred. Dump as he kicked. The umpire let it go. Jones couldn't take the mark on the second grab. Page was terrific. Right foot kick lower the eyes. And again, the entry kick has been cut off there by Notman, who takes the mark and will get the Panthers out of trouble.
It's almost a game being played between the arcs at the moment, Todd. Nobody wants to get that deep forward 50 entry to try and score.
Page thought he had the mark, wanted an opportunity to atone, fell into the hands of Baker. Onto the left, squaring kick. Thought he found Cousins, but got Lahoure in the end. Went over the top to Land. He's got some space. Gave it to Bailey Young. Ran to half forward. Over the top to Cousins. Loves a goal. Onto the left. Want to be good here. Gave hands over towards Joel Cadman. Umpires picked out a free kick here. And Cousins will get a chance to atone for that indecision. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal from 50.
Not sure who the matchup is here for Mace Cousins, but for the number of possessions that he's had with Quarter, maybe there needs to be a more defensive forward on him. He's just providing Darley with so much run out of that back line that Melton South need to try and start to negate that.
Darley just 1 goal 2 for the term. Melton South with 4 behinds. Almost as unflattering as the opening term where they booted 1-4 to 1-3. So Cousins will kick to the Bacchus Marsh end from 50. Chance to kick his first, and Darley's 9 from 50. Take a good kick. It's just holding up. It'll get to the goal line. Rodder in front. Couldn't take it on the second grab. Tackle was terrific. Umpire said, against you, Rodder. Free kick will go to Jake Thornton-Gillen on the last line of defence. So a chance here for the Panthers. I just want to get it out of the area. We've been playing 20 minutes into this third term. They don't quite get it out, but somehow through traffic, White gets ball to boot. It was hopeful more than anything else to Cousins. And they'll go back inside 50. As the party went the spoil, Gardner through traffic. Keeps the kick low. How about that for a beauty from the youngster? Cadman want to be quick, open goal, bang.
That was terrific play. That's a classic example of a young small forward being in the right place to rove that marking contest, and he's used the ball beautifully, resulted in a goal.
Cadman gets his first, and Darley get a steadier, just the one they needed. Some separation away from the Panthers ahead of three-quarter time. 21 minutes gone. Darley 9-9-63. Lead Melton South 5-9-39.
It's in that situation, Todd. That's a perfect example of why coaches would rate goal assists every bit as high as the goal itself. I mean, for the amount of work that Mitch Gardner did to get that ball on the run off the ground and then be able to find Cadman as a target to convert was terrific work.
Collins into the ruck. On to Tanner. Baker slung. Managed to get a clever hand pass to Land. Lowered the eyes. Rodder overcooked the kick. Reading it well at the back here. So getting a bit frustrated now as Rodder. So Jake Thornton-Gillen goes by short by foot to Geddes to Theo. So they're not out of trouble yet. 49 metres out from the Darley goal. Theo goes into the middle. This kick needs to be good. Thread of the needle found Kavari. Turn, played on, right foot kick. Oh, Jones can just take the mark here at the back, uncontested in the end. And the big fella, a noted goal kicker. He's kicked the 7 goals this year. Can go back and have a shot from about 40.
Look at the ground. Look at the ground covered in those 2 kicks, Todd. You know, as I said, Darley Park is wide enough ground to not always have to attack around the flanks. You can take the ball straight up the centre. Theo kick the ball into the centre, bang deep forward into Dylan Jones, and he's now got a shot on goal.
Needs to convert here for the Panthers. So he's been a good pick-up. Left foot kicks on its way. They like it. The Panthers, they get their 6th. Just the response they were after. We're back to an 18-point ball game. They're 6-9-45 Melton South. They trail Darley 9-9-63. Hanging in there.
Yeah, they are. They are hanging in there, Melton South. And, you know, full credit to, you know, the defence for the... for the amount of forward entries that Darley have had in this quarter, probably haven't converted as well as they would like. But, you know, the game's been played a lot in Darley's forward line. And, you know, to their credit, the Melton South defence has held up pretty well. So I see Sam Hurst now on Rodder. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any one-on-one contests, how that eventuates, because he's given away a significant height difference.
Bewley over the ball at ground level. Only got as far as Wyatt. Soccering through the footy there was Sullivan. Got it to half forward. But there goes Baker. That was good run. Good run and carry. Saw as a party outside of the eye and found him. Could have kept running there, but took the mark and played on. Got it to Lawler. Bewley needs to be quick. That's Ping. That's holding the ball every day of the week. Excellent tackle there from Bibby, the youngster. Theo takes the play on. The advantage. Got it to Theo. To Lee, who got it to Sullivan. So Sullivan with ball in hand. Goes by the left boot. Normally a nice kick. Goes in the direction of Jones. Leonard was good. Kept his feet through traffic. There was Lloyd. Threw the ball onto the boot. Go back with the flight of the ball. There was Land. Took a nice mark on the last line. Goes lateral. Goes wide to Young. So a couple of Darley's better players combining there this afternoon. Young keeps the kick low. Penetrating kick was meant for Van Leith. But it was knocked off hands over the line for a boundary throw in attacking side of centre wing members side of the ground for the Panthers. Could be long left in this term. 2 minutes remain. 24 and a half minutes gone. Darley lead by 18 points.
Not even in the same suburb with his timing estimate left there, the Melton South supporter. He thought it was about 5. We're down to 2.
Bewley ridden into the ground by Chapman. The umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up. That'd be good that they've contained Bewley. He's you can only do so much to contain him, but he certainly...
he has got a lot. He has got off the leash a couple of times, like early in the second quarter, but yeah, on the whole, he hasn't been as dominant as what he has been in the past.
One who has was Lance, who won that clearance and got the ball towards centre wing. Speak of Jake Thornton Gillen through traffic now. That was terrific. Who found Collins, who gave it to Lloyd, back to Fino to have a look as White gathered the footy. Quick hands to Bibby. Right foot kick in the Jones direction. Give him the spoiler and or Leonard. Young went the thump. They want to be good here. They want to be clean here, the Devils. And they negotiate their way out of trouble through Lawler towards Cousins. Hands in and under was okay. Put Young under the pump. Tackle taken to the ground by Thornton Gill. And Cousins got one over the shoulder. But the umpire let it go. Oh, he's had a piggy for holding the ball. Played on, went Casley. Shot on goal. Off to the right. Spoil. Ball at ground level through for a rush behind.
Yeah, on the blind side there, the umpire, but we could see there was a high tackle there for Mace Cousins, but Melton South took the advantage, but weren't able to convert, unfortunately.
Melton South 6-10-46, trail Darley 9-9-63. 17-point lead to the Devils. So the left foot kick of Angwin will get to half back. Fuller can mark uncontested. The youngster into the side today. Goes by the left. It's okay to Cadman, who marked just above the knees. Had to go to ground though. Took the handball out of the equation. Squaring kick into the middle of the ground. Baker's been good in this term. So he can weigh up the options. Finds Lant on half forward. Want to be good from here. Just got needs a ball in the end, really.
Great.
Made it difficult for Azapati. And while tackle taken to the ground, the umpire says, I'll have it, there'll be a ball up.
That's a great chase there from Reece Lee. I mean, that could have ended up being a very deep forward 50 entry and showed great speed to bring Lant down there.
43 seconds remain in this third term here at Darley Park. Darley 63 lead, Melton South 46. Lloyd through traffic, outside of the right boot. Want to be a good kick. Cousins, mark end or free kick. The umpire's going to pay the free kick. And he plays on, short towards Page, who marks on 50. Want to be good from here. Goes looking towards Baker. Mitch Gardner at the back, goes by hand. Baker somehow from ground level back to Page. Running out of time here, the Devils. They get ball to boot. Cadman couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. Young over the footy. Gets dispossessed. With courage there was Cadman. Bit of a stacks on the mill. Great defence from the Panthers to deny the Devils. And there'll be a ball up 20 metres out from the Darley goal. So Darley 63, Melton South 46. Siren imminent. Through traffic. Ball spills free over the line for a boundary throwing, but the siren marks three-quarter time here at Darley Park. And third quarter that saw the Devils add 2 goals, 2 to Melton South's 1 goal, 5. Now Darley lead by 17 points. Final term underway. There goes the siren. Tap won by Jones. Good call, Macca. As far as Bibby, the youngster, hurried right foot kick to half forward. Chapman couldn't take the mark. Ball was okay from Cousins. Fell into the hands of Lloyd. Hurried kick forward. Clean bowled everybody. The man on the last line was Leonard. Decided to go to soccer in the end. Brett Bewley pushing back. Got it to Baker. Left foot kick from Baker. Penetrating kicks a cracker. Found Joel Cadman, who marked on the chest. In amidst the smoke here from the fire pit, if you don't mind. Lawler played on. Right foot kick was a bit laconic in the end, but Lant just composed, just waited, sat under it, then hand pass back to Lawler. Want to be quick. Hand pass found Young. They're mucking around with it here, but Lance racking them up, and then he puts the afterburners on. He goes with the left foot kick to steady it, and found Azapati on the lead. Good play in the end, Macca.
Yeah, terrific kick out of the back line from Luther Baker.
45 from defensive kick there from Azapati off half forward. Got it to Lant. Attacking side of centre wing, goes to the top of the goal square. Good use of the body there from the Panthers defence. And it was Rodder who infringed in the end, and the free kick will go to Hurst. So Hurst with ball in hand, plays on, gives it to Jay Thornton Gillen. He's had a bit of it himself, all behind the ball today. Right foot kick, what's the umpire going to do?
Is there a blood rule here, I think, maybe for Rodder?
Get off, dildo!
Might be against Rodder for the blood rule, yep. So, we'll break in play as Rodder heads off for a quick spell due to the blood rule. It's Darley 63 who lead Melton South 46. Been playing 90 seconds in this final term here. A win for the Devils. We'll see them back into the 6 at 5 o'clock this afternoon. A win for the Panthers will give them their 4th win on the road in season 2022. So Thornton Gillen, speak of Jake, will come broadcast side. Keeps the kick low. Oh, that's a good stretch and mark from Collins. Played on. Hand pass let him down a bit. The hurried left foot kick from, might have been Thornton Gillen there. Got it towards Casley. Chance here. High tackle on the shooter. Umpire let it go. Ball at ground level. He says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up.
He's tad unlucky there, Vastuta. Thought that tackle was a bit high. Quick hands there by Casley. But just couldn't get out Melton South.
There's the ball up. Jones won the tap. Won the second tap at the end. Lloyd goes with the tunnel ball to Jones, who went to the voice. That was good play. Kick with the outside of the right boot, only as far as Cousins. Went inboard, and his handball smothered there by Chapman. And the ball went over the line for a boundary throw-in. It's a likely type, Cousins.
Yeah, it is. Knows where to go to get the footy and knows how to use it. Completely different role to Dad Shane, though.
Yeah.
Todd, he would stand next to a player 1 minute and tap dance on their head the next. Could he take a mark,
I'm
Shane?
sure there'll be a couple of blokes at that anniversary tonight to be able to tell a couple of stories. bit like Mark Hay.
Looking upwards.
And amid the smoke, the ball finds its way over the line for another boundary throw-in. On half forward for Melton South. They kick to the back of Smarsh end in this final term. So Cheech and Chong under the marquee at the moment. You should see the smoke blowing across the ground. Is the throw-in. Good use of the body there by Jones. Fino at the back, couldn't gather. Blake did well to keep his feet. Bewley went to ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up on half forward. Melton South 46, Trail Darley 63. Of course, Melton South got it done here last year in the corresponding fixture. Conway, of course, the star, kicked 9. No sign of him today. Baker out of the congestion. Hurry kick towards the middle of the ground. Sullivan did well. Outpointed his opponent on that occasion, but the kicks let him down. Nice mark taken there by Leonard. Confidence builder. Is he back into the side today? Went to his former senior there in Page, who got it to Azapati, who took a bounce and ran his measure. Right foot kick to the attacking 50. There's no rider forward. Ball at ground level. Opportunity here for Cadman. Ball spills out here. Panthers with ball in hand before they're bailed up. The umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up 45 metres away from the Darley goal. Collingwood have won. They've defeated North Melbourne by the barest. 7 points, was it?
81, 88, 81.
One punter with a TAB. $51 for Nick Larkey to kick 5 or more goals and kick 5 of them. So there's over 100,000 jumped in for that punter.
Bewley's left foot kick to the attacking 50. Shark there by Cousins, who gave it to Lahure, back to Cousins, who gave it to Lance, lowered the eyes, no rider forward. Andy has a party, looks like he's hurt an ankle there. And the Panthers will get out of trouble, albeit boundary side as Chapman takes a mark just inside the boundary line. Short kick's okay to Jake Thornton Gillen. He's got ball in hand. Goes along the line towards Vashuta, who takes a mark in front of Cousins. So just chipping away the Panthers. And Devils have just got time to get their numbers back, Macca. So they're forced to go along the line to White, who presents and takes a mark in front of Mitch Ward. So they're no real better off, but a bit of keepers off at the moment.
Darren Leonard playing a bit of a sweeper role behind the footy here, waiting for that long kick that comes in, but they're not falling into that Melton South.
White lowered the eyes. Second effort was terrific from Chapman. Lightning hand pass. Got it to Lloyd. He got it to Collins, who ran to 50. Got it to Vashuta. He ticked 3. He can have a shot for goal number 4. Set sail. Off to the left for a minor score. 6-11-47 Melton South. They trail Darley 9-9, 63. Ball comes back into play quickly. Horan tackle taken to the ground by Thornton Gillen. Sullivan through traffic. Keeps the lowers the eyes there. Leonard outstretched, couldn't take it. There's Vashuta again.
Kick 3 today, young Daniel, but this is going to take every bit of his kicking ability to be able to kick this. He'd probably be nearly 40 out here, I reckon, Todd. So
Vashuta with ball in hand.
Hopefully gets a distance.
Goal number 4. He let the Devils off the hook just moments ago. And chance to get the Panthers back within 10. Set sail. Off to the right. And Leonard actually takes an uncontested mark on the goal line. Decides to play on by hand here. Gets to Angwin, who stops and props and weighs up the options and then goes with that all familiar left foot kick beyond half back. There's a nice overhead mark taken by the youngster there in Fuller. Onto the left boot, high, up and under kick, made it hard for Lance. That was a good spoil by Thornton Gill. That was terrific. Ball at ground level. Second effort good was from Lance. Could have got one over the shoulder of the umpire, let it go. Fell into the hands of Jake Thornton Gill and again. Went by hand, put Lloyd under the pump. Tackled, taken to the ground. Kavarik ended up with ball in hand. Decided to go by hand to Chapman and the kick's okay. And the mark's been taken by Theo on member side centre wing. Bit of a let-off here for the Devils. The kick misses the target, but that was good work. And they're away here through Fino. Right foot kick, goes inside 50. Will Thornton Gillen sets himself, and he's taken a mark on the chest. 40 metres out from goal.
He almost made something out of nothing there, Mitch Fino. It appeared that ball was maybe going to go over the boundary line there, but I think he was lulling his opponent into a false sense of security and just gathered the footy and just sideways lateral step was fantastic and got away very quickly and hit a teammate up the ground.
So Will Thornton Gillen, chance to kick his first of the afternoon on the left boot. High up and under kick. It's going to get to the goal line. Jones sets himself. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go against Leonard and it's going to go to the big fella Jones and he'll have a shot on goal from about 9 metres out. Slight angle. They're never an easy shot for a ruckman, but this guy is a nice kick of the footy.
Boy, if ever there was a crucial time that a goal's needed, Todd, this is it.
Well, he's already kicked one today. We've been playing 8.5 minutes in this final term. Oh, he's missed it. He's bananaed himself out of the fruit bowl. Missed to the near side for a let-off for the Devils. 6-12-48. Melton South. Same amount of scoring shots. Darley 9-9-63. The Devils lead by 15. There's a let-off, Macca.
Have the modern-day players lost the ability to kick a drop punt for goal, Todd?
Well,
boy,
it's always harder for big blokes.
Yeah,
but he's got half a decent ball drop, that guy.
Yeah, he's got great skills.
Yeah, and he's just tried to do the Friday night banana.
So between, Bash Judah missing that goal before and then Dylan missing that goal, they're the opportunities that have to take a little bit, How
about that kick from Cousins? Got plenty of it. Clean bowl Gardner, though, and then... So too Tanner. He was Fuller actually. He was dispossessed. Ball goes to ground. Tackle was good by Page. The umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up on half forward for the Panthers. So if the smoke and the glare wasn't enough, now the sun is starting to have an impact. There'll be a ball up on half forward. Member side for the Panthers. So they've let the Devils off their last couple of forward entries. Theo taken a ground there by Brett Bewley. And there'll be a repeat stoppage on half forward. So Darley 63, lead Melton South 48. Still no Rodder on the ground. Off with the blood rule. Darley still haven't added to their three-quarter time score. The umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to go Darley's way. It's going to go to Tanner. Bewley will elect for the handball receive. Gets it onto the left boot. Oh, that's a nice kick and mark in the end there by, looks like the youngster there in Fuller. Onto the left boot. Tumbling kick into the middle of the ground. Goes looking there towards Ward. Clean bowled Kavarik. His commitment was good, but he got an awkward bounce. Young got time to measure the kick. Out in front of Baker it was. He couldn't take the mark. Van Leith conceded the free kick on Jake Thornton Gill, and he's had plenty of it. He wastes no time. Bit of a lazy kick in the end. Castley was good. Got it on the bounce. Conceded by hand. Got into the hands of Chapman on his non-preferred. Squaring kick needs to be good. Outstretched hands of Sullivan. Kept the Panthers in it. Lowers the eyes. Bewley just read it beautifully. Cut it off. And then swoops onto that left side. Goes looking towards Cousins, and we'll find him. Defensive 50. Can go short and present to Page. Finds him. Page across the body to Lant. So they've got the overlap here. Lant goes in the direction there of Gardner, the youngster who presents on half forward, right in front of the Darley coach's box. Not to mention the sun and the glare and the smoke. As Lant marks the footy, plays on, long, raking left foot kick. There a chance here, the Devils. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go against Tanner, and it's going to go the Panthers' way.
Broden Collins.
And it'll be Collins. He'll go short by the left foot, and it's okay. So up against the boundary line, the Panthers. negotiate their way out of trouble towards the Darley coaches box on half back before the ball spills free over the line for a boundary throw-in. So Darley lead by 17 at three-quarter time. They now lead by 15. We've been playing near 12 and a half minutes in this final term. Tanner won the tap through traffic. Laurie read it beautifully. Right foot kick to a one-on-one. Jones in front. Leonard at the back. Leonard did enough to get a spoil on it. Young was terrific over the footy. So too Fino. Second effort was okay. Tapped into the advantage of Theo. He's tackled, taken to the ground. How will the umpire see it? He lets it go. There's a game on here at Darley Park as the umpire blows the whistle and effect a ball up on half forward for the Panthers. Members side of the ground.
How good was that out of that stoppage from David Lloyd? Terrific. Just a great reader of the play he is, and then obviously more often than not when he gets it, uses the footy.
Ball up, tap one by Tanner. Umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a repeat stoppage. So the Panthers have had 2 behinds in this final term. Darley no score. They hurry out of the congestion through Chapman. Tumbling kick. Finds touch. One bounce over the line for a boundary throw-in. 15 metres around from the Panthers' goal. Darley 9-9-63. Lead Melton South 6-12-48. Good luck watching the replay. Boundary throw-in. Jones, Leonard, tap one by Jones, went to the back, only as far as Land, who hurried it out of trouble. They got numbers here. The Panthers through Chapman, lowered the eyes, left foot kicks okay, finds Fino, 35 metres out from goal, directly in front.
2 of the young guns combining there. Didn't blaze away Chapman, just lowered the eyes, and Mitch Fino was there. So got to be able to take advantage of this opportunity now, Melton South.
So Fino hasn't kicked a goal today. We'll have a shot on goal here from 35 and a chance to narrow the margin back to 9. Deliberate approach. That's reward for effort. In the opening half of this final term here at Darley Park, Melton South get their 7th. Fino gets his first. And the Panthers are within 9 points. They're 7-12-54. They trail Darley 9-9-63.
Sticking out at Melton South here, have not dropped in effort at all. It's been a terrific effort. If we can if the ball comes out of the centre, out of this centre clearance, anything can happen here. So it's going to go down to the wire here, Todd, by the looks of it.
I'm taking a lead, getting out of the sun here, Macca. This is we've just created our own visor here.
Standing on chairs. If he was still alive, I'd almost think of it a Bob Marley concert with all the smoke that's going across in front. So, you've got to try and get in a position to take that sun out of the equation so you can see what's going on the ground.
Well, Melton doing it comfortably over Bacchus-Marsh. Sebastopol doing it comfortably over Redan. We've got a game on here at Darley Park. Ball at ground level. Spiteri through. The middle of the ground's tackled, taken to the ground by Notman, and there'll be a ball up. So the 2 number 5s. Facing off against one another. Next goal, all important. Tap. One by Fuller has gone into the ruck. Baker through traffic. Got it to Page. Right foot kick to the attacking 50. Gardner doing the sharking at the back. How will it sit for the youngster? Land through traffic was terrific. Turned around onto the left boot. Got plenty of purchase on the kick. Joel Cadman couldn't take the mark. Quick hands to Bewley. On the non-preferred. Back onto the left. Squaring kick. Baker needs to be strong overhead. Got it.
Ball's out of bounds, Todd.
And the ball will come back.
Bounds.
Yep, man out of space, obviously.
Terrific vision there from Bewley to see Luther Baker back there, though. Gee, that was terrific. But, unfortunately, ball's out of bounds.
So they must be working hard on Rodder over there. He's not back on the ground yet. Boundary throw-in. Tap one by Tanner. Knocks it ahead of him. Chance here for Baker. Gathers the ball. Takes it over the line for a boundary throw-in. So next goal, all important. Darley 63. Lead Melton South 54. 9-point ball game here. Throw in. Tap. One by Tanner. They're up and about here. The Panthers. And they'll get out of trouble. Off out of the last line of the fence. The kick made it half for Chapman. Ward was terrific. Took an overhead mark on half forward. Can go short to Fuller if he likes. Chooses not to. He's got Leonard in the middle all on his own. It was Angwin, in fact, but he'll go with a long kick to the top of the goal square. There's no Rodder forward. Big fly at the back. Might have been Bewley. Ball gets hurried out of defence. Chapman. Ball's spilled off his chest, but they've got soldiers in support here, the Panthers, through Fino. Squaring kick into the middle of the ground. It was a good stretch there from Wyatt. That was Theo, in fact. Right foot kick. Member side centre wing. Kavarik on centre wing. Goes in forward with the hair push. Geddes had to stop and prop, gave it back to Theo. Still waiting possession here with the Panthers. Right foot kick out wide finds Casley. Attacking side of centre wing, member side on the ground. Right foot kick towards the attacking 50. Cousins goes back with courage, cuts off the Will Thornton-Gillen lead and saves the day for the Devils.
What a game he's played, that kid.
Left foot kick there from Cousins. Terrific overhead mark taken there by Lant. Because the pursuant there, Jake Thornton-Gillen, had all the momentum. Lant could go out wide and put it out in front of Azzopardi. Foot race on in earnest here. Azzopardi. Sullivan's got 20 yards behind him. So Azzopardi's got time to go. Short. Got it. Nice overhead mark taken there by Cadman. Just inside the boundary line. 40 metres out from goal. So the first time they've really combined with a mark inside 50 for the term, Macca.
Yeah, and it's been a good battle, that. Joel Cadman and Reece Lee, the way they've battled it out today, they've probably shared the honours of the week. Cadman's kicked a goal, but, he certainly hasn't been disgraced in his effort today, young Lee.
So from the boundary line, 40 metres out from goal, Cadman, it's not a bad effort. He might just have goal of the day, Cadman, just when it counted most. Joel Cadman gets his second of the afternoon. Darley get their 10th. They're 10-9-69. They lead Melton South 7-12-54.
Just can't seem to bridge that gap below the goal margin, Melton South, and that's a crucial goal and not an easy goal to kick from that pocket down that end, Todd. So well done to Joel Cadman.
So while the Panthers have had plenty of the ball in the last half an hour, it's really been Cousins' rebound that's has really been crucial. Baker's been good. Lance been terrific. But and the Panthers have had good 8 or 9 really solid contributors. But if not for those Devils, three or four, they could find themselves a bit closer.
Has now moved into the midfield, Cousins.
So Fuller wins that tap. He's into the ruck there. The youngster umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to go Melton South's way. It's going to go to Lloyd. So Lloyd in the middle of the ground. Defensive side of centre. We'll weigh up the options. He's got White, Sullivan. The ladder takes the mark. Lowers the eyes. Goes looking for Will Thornton-Gillen. Got it.
Good grab.
Comes and takes a nice overhead mark 45 metres out from goal. So Darley 10-9-69 lead. Melton South 7-12-54. 19 and a half minutes gone final term. And the Panthers leading goal kicker in 2022. Will Thornton-Gillen will have a shot on goal here. Terrible kick, went across the face of goal. And if that was a game of cricket, that'd be a wide. It'd be a boundary throw in 20 metres around from the Panthers goal. Just missed everything. Another missed opportunity for the Panthers, Maggot. With 3 or 4 marks inside 50 and a couple of shots on goal in open play. They've kicked 2 goals 7 since half time, the Panthers. Tells a story of missed opportunity. Boundary throw in, ball at ground level. Pressure's been good from Baker. Square that away, there'll be a ball up. Man getting up off the ground, been good too. Speak of Mitch Fino. Likely tight. Tap won by Fuller. Got plenty of that tap though to a dangerous area. Keeping his feet there was Page, was terrific. Quick hands. Ball at ground level now. How will the umpire adjudicate? He says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up. So 35 to 40 metres out from the Melton South goal. We've been playing near 21 minutes final term. Darley lead by 15 points. Boundary throw in. Tap one by Collins. Fino through traffic. Couldn't get ball to boot. Lant quick hands to Baker. Went to the advantage of Young. You need to push up here, Lawler. Did well, read it well, the youngster. Right foot kick found Azzopardi. Where's he going to go? Inboard, good vision award, who was loud and clear, went back to Joel Cadman. So the youngsters combining. That was good because they didn't have many other options. They go long towards half forward. At the back there was Kovarik, so too Hurst. He'll do the mopping up, tackled. Managed to get by hand to Kovarik, who got it to Bibby, the youngster. Went to the voice. Good work there through numbers there. They'll negotiate their way out of trouble. They're out here to Theo. Out of side centre wing. Left foot kicks from Theo. Goes in direction of Fino. Let it in front. Drag down. Umpire call play on. White's hand pass over the top. Sits good for Will Thornton-Gillen. Shot on goal. Goes across the face. And through for a minor score. So that's 2 goals, 8 for the Panthers in this second half. Mitch Fino looking a bit worse for wear, 35 metres there. Just keep an eye on that, Macca, as the youngster It's looking a bit sore as he gets to his feet.
Just got a corky there. Really needed to make more of that Melton South, that opportunity.
So Lahoure telegraphs the switch to Young. Kick had to be good, and it was. They're 25 metres out from the Panthers' goal. So Young, been good. Went by hand to Angwin. Low left foot kick to Baker. Baker takes the mark. The lefties combine towards half forward. Foot race on in earnest here. Mercer's going to do the mobbing up. Bewley the pursuant. Couldn't deny hers the hand pass. He got it to Bibby. Right foot kick to half back. Comes off hands over the line. Boundary throw in. 22 and a half minutes gone. Final term. Darley lead by 14 points in Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. Half forward members side for the Devils. Fuller into the ruck. Jones wins that tap. Running onto it was Lloyd. How will it sit for him? He manages to get ball to boot. Keeps it in the field of play. Doing the cleaning up there was Angwood, who went by hand to Page. Square kick had to be good. Lawler was up to the task. Played on, got it to Young. I like this fella's game. Lowers the eyes. Made it difficult for Horan. The pickup was terrific. Just above the laces. Got it to Cousins. Left foot kick into the Cadman direction. Couldn't take the mark. How will it sit for Bewley? He'll run into an open goal. And Brett Bewley gets another one for the Devils.
That's the difference, Todd. I mean, you see Melton South had that forward 50 entry there, but, with Thornton Gill not able to convert, and then, ball comes back out the other end, ball gets out the back, bang, Brett Bewley goal. That's a 12-point turnaround, effectively, for the opportunity that Melton South have missed and the opportunity that Darley have taken and kicked a goal.
Yeah, correct. I think win, lose or draw, there'll be more for Melton South to get out of this game than the Devils, in review, just seeing where they kind of came unstuck and let themselves down with execution. They've kicked 2 goals, 8 in their second half, the Panthers, whilst the Devils have kicked 4 goals too. Yep. Back in the middle of the ground, Cousins got leg braked. And the bounce favoured Lloyd, who ran out of the middle of the ground, went forward looking towards Collins, and a good use of the body there by Leonard on the last line, took a chest mark. 20 metres out from the Panthers' goal. Went by hand to Angwin. Into the middle found Baker. Been terrific. By the left hand to Cousins. He too been good. Left foot kick. Look at that. How about that? If you don't mind, umpire. Ball on half forward. Cadman into the middle to Baker. He kept running and then said, hang on, I'll take a break here. Lowers the eyes. Left foot kick forward. Brett Bewley's got it on the lead. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal. For goal number 3. And some separation on the scoreboard. The Darley Devils, they lead by 20 points. 24 and a half minutes gone, final term.
The lefties just did it all there. Angwin, Baker, Cousins, Bewley, all lefties and all delivered the ball beautifully. That's what it comes down to, the execution of the skills that give you the opportunity to score.
So Bewley for goal number 3. Set sail. I think he's got it. The captain's kick goal number 3. And the Devils are home here at Darley Park. They're 12-9-81. They lead Melton South 7-13-55. And the Bloods left to lament missed opportunity in this second half as the Darley Devils are just having a bit of time of their own right now.
Yep, just been able to convert those last 250 entries that have gone forward, and that tells the difference. I mean, certainly no faulting Melton South's effort today with what they've put forward, but just got to be able to convert those opportunities on the scoreboard.
What the Devils can get out of today is that Bewley doesn't need to spend 1 minute on the bench when he does rest. He can impact forward.
Yep, and takes a prominent matchup too.
Well, he's back in the middle of the ground here. We've been playing 25 and a half minutes final term. How long have we got left, guys? Tick under 3 minutes remain. Final term here. Lantern Bewley with 3 each for the Devils. Joel Cadman 2. Whilst Daniel Vashuta has 3 majors for Melton South. They've been unlucky not to have 4 or 5 back up.
Yeah, he was. Vass had a couple of other opportunities that he probably could have converted, but he's certainly done his job as a small forward for Melton South today.
Let's go around the grounds. Melton 99, aiming at getting their 7th ton score for the year. They lead Bacchus Marsh 29.
Waiting for the footy to come back here.
East Pointer back in front. They lead Ballarat 66-59. Something's happened there. Lake Winderee 52, trail Sunbury 85. And Sebastopol are smashing Redan. So there's the roundup of scores around the region at the moment. Looks like the Bloods just flexing their muscles at Mackie Park yet again.
Geez, I don't want to go the early crow, Todd, but boy, it's almost theirs to lose, isn't it?
Well,
with the depth that they've got, people that I talk to at Melton tell me that there's 4 or 5 players that are playing in the reserves that could easily play in the senior side, and that's a good thing because that keeps the pressure on for spots and keeps blokes honest. And if they can see that there's, some success ahead for them and they want to be a part of it, they'll be doing everything in their preparation to make sure they're in the side every week.
It's just a stall in players recovering for the football, typical country footy style. All players get the opportunity to take a breather. Back at Smash Golf Club, a big sponsor of us here at Apple 98.5 FM. We're sending the best Darley player and a buddy, including a cart, to the golf club for 18 holes of golf. All thanks to the ongoing support from the Bacchus Marsh Golf Club. So, Macca, that'll be your duties this afternoon. And looks like you've got it down to 2 at the moment. 3 minutes to go, final term. Ball up. It's the Devils who lead by 26 points. Another clearance for the Panthers through Wild, who went to the member side centre wing looking for Bibby. Kept his feet, did well. Tried the tunnel ball through to Kavarik. Ricocheted back into his hands. Gave it over to Jake Thornton-Gillen, who pushed forward and found White on the lead. He took a mark in front of Angwin. Wastes no time. Lowers the eyes. And Lloyd takes the mark, who just pushed forward. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal from about 35 metres out, directly in front. 2.5 minutes remain. Final term here. And it's Darley who lead by 26.
This will be well within his distance range. This is a great kick of the footy, Lloyd.
Top off a good game. He's been handy today.
Yep.
Lloyd
He's been terrific.
set sail. And another let off there for the Devils. That's 2 goals, 9 for the half for the Panthers. So Angwin will come broadcast side beyond the defensive 50. Finds Lant, who's been terrific, Mackie. He might as well add his name to the list. He lowers the eyes and finds Bewley on halfback. He's kicked 3, so too Lant, the two top enders for the Devils. Tumbling left foot kick to Page. He didn't have to break stride. Got it over to Cousins. Arguably Darley's best. Lower the eyes. Left foot kick inside 50. The kick's good. And the mark's been taken there by Bailey Young.
Geez, delivery by foot is exceptional, isn't it, Mace Cousins?
That's the youngster Fuller, Fuller,
whether he's been giving Darley rebound off half-back or whether he's gone into the midfield and then being able to kick the ball forward to give them opportunities to score. Gee, there'd be plenty of players who'd love to be leading to that every week.
So Fuller cares to kick his first. He's hit the Holy Ghost. So a point there for the youngster. That would have been a good way to finish off. So Darley, 12-10-82, lead Melton South 7-14-56. Ball comes back into play. Jake Thornton-Gillen gets plenty of it. Jones sets himself, couldn't take the mark. Stolen by Bewley. Gave it to Lawler. Gave it to Baker. Back to Brad Bewley on his right side. Went inboard towards Lawler. Gave the hand pass over the top. Opportunity here across the body for Cadman. High up and under. They'll pay the mark. Who's got it? The youngster's got it. Oh, no. Fuller disappointed. Panthers mark on the last line of defence. Much to the chagrin of a bunch of young Fuller supporters. The ball comes back out of play. Overcooked the kick. Went over the outstretched hands of Wild and bounced over the line for a boundary throw in 40 metres around from the Darley goal. 43 seconds remain in this match of the round here at Darley Park. So Darley will have won all 4 quarters today, but it certainly hasn't been with the greatest deal of conviction. Yeah. The Panthers have been their own worst enemy on occasions, especially on the goal front.
Yeah, the score probably doesn't reflect, the closeness of the game, Todd. It's been a very even effort by Melton South today. Just haven't taken their opportunities when required.
They'll get out of trouble through Lloyd. But his kick was intercepted there by Azapati. Thornton-Gillen with courage. Umpires picked out a free kick. It's going to go against Horan. It's going to go the way of Melton South. It's going to be a 50-metre penalty against Joel Cadman. It's got to have something to do with dissent, you'd think. And looks like it'll be Hurst. Macca, is it?
Yep.
He'll bring it right up towards the middle of the ground. So Hurst through the middle, wastes no time, runs more than his fair share. Right foot kick inside 50. White, the target, sets himself. Small was good from Banley. Ball at ground level. Tackle there was Bewley. Tackle taken to the round to speak of Jack. As the siren sounds to put an end to this match of the round here at Darley Park. It's the Devils who've led at every change. They led by 1 at quarter time, 14 at the half, 17 at the last change, and have won by 26 points in the end. 12-10-82 have defeated Melton South, 7-14-56. The major goal scorers for Darley, Dylan Lant and Brett Bewley with 3 each, 2 to Joel Cadman and 1 each to Andy Azzopardi, Nick Rodder and Mitch Gardner. Whilst for Melton South, Daniel Bashuta finished with 3 and 1 each to Cody Chapman, Dylan Jones, Mitch Fino and Ben Casley. How'd you see it, Macca?
Yeah, good performance by the Devils. As I said, Todd, you know, a very even effort from Melton South today, and you certainly couldn't fault their effort, but just probably didn't have the polish to be able to convert some of the opportunities that they had, and at the end of the day, that comes down to the difference in the score. And, you know, Melton South probably didn't capitalise enough on Dylan Jones's great work in the ruck, and Melton and Darley's midfield, you know, had